What if I told you that some of the most powerful people on Earth have been walking around with mysterious black eyes, bruises, always under the left eye, always unexplained? We're talking about presidents, popes, celebrities, billionaires like Elon Musk. You may have seen the photos. A swollen, discolored eye, covered awkwardly with makeup, sunglasses, or simply ignored by mainstream media. But the real question is, what does it mean? Is it just an accident? Just clumsiness? Or is this part of something far more organized, far more secretive, and far more sinister? Some call it the Black Eye Club. A supposed elite circle not chosen by money or fame but by submission. Submission to a deeper power. A ritual. A punishment. Or maybe a signal. Because when the same mark shows up on so many high-profile faces, in such similar ways, you have to stop and ask, is this all just coincidence? Or are they telling us something without saying a word? In today's video, we'll look at the disturbing patterns. We'll trace the black eyes from Elon Musk to Joe Biden to John Kerry and beyond. We'll explore the theories, the occult connections, and the whispers of initiation rituals hidden behind world leadership. And in the end, you decide, are these bruises just accidents? Or badges of loyalty to a hidden order? Let's begin. Starts with a photo. A close-up of a world leader. Maybe a president, a billionaire, or a religious figure. And there it is, the left eye bruised, swollen, dark, unexplained. And then another. And another. All different people. All different backgrounds. But always the same eye. This strange pattern has been noticed by thousands online, and now it's impossible to ignore. Let's take a closer look at some of the most well-known cases. Elon Musk, one of the most recent cases. Tech billionaire Elon Musk. Photos have circulated showing him with visible bruising under his left eye, during a time when he was deeply involved in political debates, space missions, and clashes with world elites. No official explanation. No media coverage. Just silence. Was it just an injury? A personal accident? Or a warning? A message? Many believe it was his initiation, the price of access to a level of power most can't imagine. Pope Francis, another shocking appearance. Pope Francis, the head of the Catholic Church. He was photographed with a large, discolored bruise under his left eye in 2017, while visiting South America. The Vatican claimed he hit his head in the Pope Mobile. But conspiracy theorists weren't convinced. They point to the symbolism, the Eye of Horus, the left eye as a gateway, in occult belief, and the recurring idea that spiritual leaders are also under someone else's control. Joe Biden. Then we have U.S. President Joe Biden. Multiple times over the years, even before his presidency, he has been seen with a bruised or swollen left eye. Medical explanation? None publicly offered. In fact, his appearances are often brushed off, ignored by mainstream outlets. But photos don't lie. And the number of appearances is growing. More members of the club. The list goes on. John Kerry, former Secretary of State, appeared with darkened eye in 2015. Prince Andrew, royal family member, seen in photos with discoloration. George W. Bush, Dick Cheney, even celebrities like Adam Sandler and Robert Downey Jr. What's going on? Some believe these are marks of submission. Others say they're rituals signifying a shift in allegiance or transformation. One thing is certain. These are not random people. They are power players at the highest levels of government, finance, religion, and media. And the pattern is too consistent to ignore. So what does it mean? Some say it's just a trend. But too many high-profile figures with no explanation, always the left eye, often during times of transition or scandal, have made people wonder, is this a secret society? A symbolic ritual? Or something even darker? So we've seen the black eye. Not just once but again and again on the faces of world leaders, billionaires, and religious figures. But now comes the real question. What does it actually mean? Because for those deep inside the world of conspiracy theory and occult research, a bruised left eye is not just an injury. It's a message, a mark, a ritual. Let's explore the 3 darkest theories about the Black Eye Club and what it could represent. Theory 1. The ritual of submission. According to some whistleblowers and occult researchers, the black eye is a deliberate mark, a public badge that signifies submission to a higher power. This idea is linked to ancient initiation rites. In secret societies like the Illuminati, Freemasons, and others rumored to control global events, ritual pain is a way to prove loyalty, destroy ego, symbolize rebirth into a new order. The left eye specifically is connected to the eye of Horus, and in esoteric belief, the left eye represents intuition and spiritual perception. Damaging it symbolically means, I give up my inner vision. I now belong to you. It's not a medical explanation. It's not an accident. It's a spiritual branding, one done in public, hidden in plain sight. Theory 2. Implantation or technological control. The second theory. Even stranger, but backed by science fiction meeting real-world tech. Some believe these bruises are not from trauma, but from an implant procedure done through the orbital cavity. Sounds insane? Maybe not. In 2024, scientists already tested brain-computer interface chips that access the optic nerve directly. This technology could monitor neural activity, transmit information, even manipulate vision or emotion. Now imagine this in the hands of global elites. Some say these individuals are being updated, installed with neural surveillance systems. The black eye isn't a bruise. It's a scar from installation. And if this is true, it means Elon Musk, with his interest in Neuralink and AI, might be far more than a tech entrepreneur. He might be a test subject. Or a controller. Theory 3. Punishment or warning. And then there's the darkest version of all, that the black eye is a punishment. Some believe this is how the higher-ups send a message to those who speak out, misbehave, or fail their role. It's a silent warning. You'll never hear it on the news. No one will mention it in press conferences. But the black eye is their undeniable visual proof that something happened. A form of public humiliation, masked as an accident. And when you look at the timing, these black eyes often appear before scandals break, after major political failures, during moments of high visibility. Coincidence? Or a pattern of control by fear? So which theory is true? The truth is we don't know. But here's what we do know. It's always the left eye. It happens to the most powerful people. No one talks about it, and it keeps happening, whether it's a ritual, a procedure, or a punishment. The Black Eye Club isn't a myth anymore. It's in our face. Literally. And we're only just beginning to understand what it means. We've talked about the bruises. We've talked about the people. But what if these black eyes are more than ritual? More than punishment? What if they're symbols, part of a much older system of control, rooted in occult knowledge, hidden from the masses, but displayed publicly through the most powerful people on earth? Because when it comes to the eye, the symbolism runs deep. Much deeper than most realize. The left eye, a spiritual target? In ancient Egyptian mysticism, the left eye represents the eye of Horus, sometimes called the eye of Thoth, depending on the mythology. It's the eye of intuition, sacred insight, spiritual awareness. Damaging the left eye, according to esoteric belief, is like cutting off the soul's vision. Some occult traditions use this concept to represent the destruction of free will and submission to a higher force. So when world leaders, people with enormous spiritual and social power, appear with blackened left eyes, many believe it's a public sign of spiritual submission. Not a physical injury, but a ritualistic statement. I no longer see with my own vision. I belong to the system. One-eye symbolism in elite culture. The all-seeing eye. You've seen it everywhere. On the back of the US dollar bill, in music videos, on magazine covers, red carpets, award shows, celebrities covering one eye. Models posing with one eye hidden. Logos designed with a glowing eye in the triangle. This isn't random design. It's intentional. And according to some theorists, it's a mark of allegiance to the hidden system, a system that uses symbology to signal control, while the public shrugs it off as just art. But what if The Simpsons and these black eye appearances aren't coincidences either? What if it's all one language shared by those on the inside, and never explained to those on the outside? Freemasons, Illuminati, and the black eye. Within Freemasonry, the eye is sacred, known as the eye of providence, a divine eye watching over creation. But in more secretive offshoots, it's said that bruising or marking the eye can be part of certain degrees of initiation, as a symbolic death and rebirth. Some researchers even believe that the black eye is a modernized version of these ancient rites, reimagined for media consumption, clean enough to appear on camera, subtle enough to be denied, symbolic enough to mean something to those who understand the power of showing, but never explaining. That's the genius or the evil behind the symbolism. They don't hide it. They show it everywhere, but never explain it. And when you ask, why does Elon Musk have a black eye? Why is the Pope's eye swollen? Why do so many famous people cover one eye? You'll be told it's nothing. Just coincidence. But nothing in elite circles happens by accident. And now, more than ever, people are starting to see the patterns. Not because they were revealed, but because they were never hidden to begin with. So now that we've followed the trail, from Elon Musk to world leaders, from bruises to rituals, from technology to ancient symbolism, we have to stop and ask, what is really going on? Are we looking at signs of a secret society, leaving clues in plain sight? Or is the Black Eye Club just another internet myth, a clever trick of pattern recognition in a chaotic world? Let's break it down. What we know for sure: high-profile people do show up in public with unexplained black eyes, always under the left eye. The media rarely mentions it, and official explanations are vague or missing. Many of these black eyes appear around key moments: elections, scandals, global events. The eye has ancient occult symbolism, used repeatedly in media, religion, and secret societies. Coincidence? Maybe. But the consistency is disturbing. What the theories suggest: we've covered it all. Ritual submission to a hidden elite, brain implant control through experimental tech, punishment for stepping out of line, or even symbolic initiation into a global system. Each theory may seem extreme, but each one is rooted in real patterns, documents, behavior. And the fact that so many powerful people fit the pattern and no one wants to talk about it, that in itself is worth questioning. Or is this the real trick? What if the black eye is just a distraction? What if they want us to chase symbols, rituals, and rumors, while something even bigger is unfolding behind the scenes? Is this the conspiracy? Or is this just a layer of a much deeper one? That's the trap of modern truth-seeking. You might be staring right at the answer but miss it, because it's too obvious. Maybe the bruises are real. Maybe the control is deeper than we know. Or maybe, just maybe, we're all part of the story, watching from the outside of a game we were never meant to understand. But no matter what the truth is, one thing is clear: the elite are marked, and they want us blind. So what do you think? Is the Black Eye Club real, or just a smokescreen? Drop your theory in the comments. I read them all. Like, share, and subscribe if you want more deep dive breakdowns into the world of hidden truth. And remember, the moment you stop questioning is the moment they win. Thanks for watching. Stay awake. Stay curious.